What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing? We live. RGT episode 57. Man, time goes by pretty fast, man. How's everything? How you guys been up? What you guys been up to? How's everything been? Welcome. Let's go ahead and get into this show. Welcome again to you guys. And yeah, get into these topics, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat that's already here. Do me a huge favor, hit that like button, share the stream out. Let's reach more like-minded gamers. And yeah, let's have a good show. What's up, Don? What's up, my brother Savage Lobo? Nathaniel, what's going on? Who else is in here? We got Malik Peel, SS9. What's up, brother? What's going on? What's in here? We got Sarah the Great. We have Joystick Guru. We got the finest in the house. What's up, brother? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? My squad up in here. Yeah, damn right. The squad's in here, full effect. What's going on? I miss you guys. How y'all doing? I'm here with half the panel today. I'm here with Foxy and I'm here with Nancy. Go on and say what's up to the people. Go ahead, ladies first. Go ahead, Nancy.
What's up, everybody? Glad to be here. Let's talk gaming.
Absolutely. Mr. Fox.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Everyone in the chat. I'll just say hello from now because I'm not really looking at the chat anymore because I get too carried away. So I'm not watching the chat.
Yep. Well, I got you for sure. Shout out to Billy. What's up, Billy? What's up, Jamal? What's up, New Face? Ashley, Kylie. How you doing? Welcome. Mr. Wraith, thank you for the super chat already. He $2 super chat. He said, shout out to the panel. The Emperor is here. Absolutely. I always try to be. Who else is in there? We got Weebu Jones. What's going on? And I think I got everybody. So I guess we're just gonna throw a random little point out here so everybody jumps in. So lot to take in. It's a lot to take in this week. It's been a kind of a slow week, right? It hasn't been a lot of crazy headlights aside from what Mark Cerny dropped on us recently, but nonetheless, it has been kind of a slower paced week. I guess I'll just start this off, even though I already if you watch my last video, you kind of know why I'm about to say this. So I'll start off with this just to get you guys' thoughts on here, and then we'll just move on to the other topics. So Nancy, I know you didn't reply to the whole Inside Xbox. Did you see it?
No.
You didn't watch it?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm being honest. I didn't watch it. I mean, I heard about it. I heard they showed up more controllers and pretty much smoke and mirrors. That's what I was told. But no, I didn't watch it.
Didn't watch it at all? Okay.
No, not at all.
Well, Nancy, all I can say to you is congratulations because that's 1 hour of your life you still have.
Well, thank you. I had sense. Some sense anyway.
Nah, it wasn't since. We just me and Fox watched it along with numerous others, and we were just I guess it was just the specs, right, Fox? We thought Microsoft might respond to the specs. You know what I think was going on with the Inside Xbox stuff? I think it's all pre-recorded. I don't think it's live. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's live. It might be a pre-recorded show. Like it's already recorded. They just put it out there to get
Here's the question. Here's the question, though. I tweeted this out, but I'm pretty sure Sony have a mole in Xbox division of Microsoft because the timing is too impeccable. Sony always seems to be one step ahead of Microsoft. They've been like this since the beginning of the generation. Like Microsoft came out talking about this DRM sign-in business. Sony comes up with, oh, you can share your games, all this stuff. Like it all happens so quickly that unless you knew before time, you'd need more time to plan something like that. You can't prepare these things so quickly and have them synced up with time so expertly and perfectly. Like that was such a mind share steal that by the time Inside Xbox came on, it didn't have a hope in hell anyway.
Yeah.
It's like Sony just stole all of the air out of the room.
I don't even know if it's a mole, though. It could be just that Sony is just smart enough to stay one step ahead of Microsoft with the way they're doing things, the way they've been presenting shit and everything else. Maybe they just gotten to the point where we know how to stay one step ahead. It may not necessarily have to be a mole.
There's that, but think how many Sony employees have gone to Microsoft and left Microsoft and now gone to Google. They still keep relationships, the top level. They still talk over dinner, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
very true.
They still have their
But
meetings. They're buddies.
okay,
Some of these people,
okay,
buddies.
yeah. But you know what the thing is? If they left Sony and went to Microsoft, and then left Microsoft and went to Google, okay, they won't know what's going on for a while over at Sony to keep them informed, really, because they're now at Google.
Yeah.
No. The thing is, you see this Xbox next gen Scarlet, Anaconda, whatever you want to call it, whatever they call it when it comes up. You see, that was all in planning stages when Phil Harrison was there before he left. Because these things go back years. Phil Harrison joined Google last year or something like that, or middle of the year before, and they were already dealing with the next gen from that time. So he probably took like the basics. I'm being super paranoid here. This is probably all fictitious, but wouldn't it be a wonderful story of espionage, industrial espionage? Like, I'm just sexing it up a bit. Probably none of this happened. But just imagine though for a second, just from a comedy standpoint, Sony's had someone in Microsoft like a plant, just giving back information, and Sony's one up in Microsoft every time because they've got a mole. That would just be hilarious.
I think you just want to see that espionage drama stuff. I think that's what you want, Foxy. I think
Yeah. You know why? Because it goes on. It goes on in all industries. It goes on. It's a real deal. It's not like Illuminati. This shit happens.
No, it does.
It wouldn't be far
happens, man.
For everything's going on. Notice how Sony's got like a counter for every single thing that's happened so far. Like,
it's just too perfect.
Yeah,
too many counter punches. It's like two boxers in the ring, and the other one just getting counter punched every time they throw a punch. They'd never land.
They didn't need to show off the specifications. Like, they didn't even need to talk specifications just now. They could have just let the week play out and have Microsoft, do their inside Xbox and just move on today. They didn't even have to reveal the specification.
Sony's acting like Anthony Joshua right now, like young Mike Tyson in his prime. Like, they just they're just knocking things out of the park, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I'm shocked. Like, I did that. You know what? My anticipation level for Inside Xbox went from like a 7 down to a 0.5. As quick as the new PS5 is meant to load Spider-Man.
I'm shocked by that too, though. I guess we'll get into it. Shout out to Meds. He won't be able to make it with us, and I just got his text, so he won't be able to make it. So damn. Shout out to the brother. He did try, but next week for sure. Hopefully he can make it next week. But anyway, let's get into the details, shall we? This is a very exciting thing here. So load times are definitely going to be pretty substantial with PS5 over PS4, without a doubt. They showed off. No, they didn't really show off, but according to Mark Cerny, with the PS5 dev kit compared to the PS4, he was actually playing Spider-Man on the PS4, and he was doing the fast travel points. On the PS4, the standard one with the fast travel, it took him 12 seconds to get from point A to point B with the fast travel system. Using the PS5 dev kit, it only took him 0.7 seconds. And the PS5 is using a brand spanking new SSD for the actual system compared to previous systems that never used SSDs. What you guys think? What you think about that, Nancy?
I knew that when they was going to come out with the PS5, they were going to make it more powerful. I mean, I just knew that. Faster. Because why would they come out with something if it's not going to be better? So with that being said, I mean, then they're going to be offering the backwards compatibility with it for the PS4, which I think is great. But no, I think they're on the mark with that. I just hope they keep it at a good price. And it, from what I saw of that, it looks good. I can't wait to get one.
Yep, definitely. Okay. What you think about it, Fox?
Well, I'm not really surprised. I mean, it's not like, it wasn't as if this dev kit was running a PS5 version. It's running an older version with half the RAM plus the SSD, so you'd expect it to be faster. I mean, that's like Xbox One X loading up 360 games, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be quick, isn't it? Because of the extra RAM, and it can cache stuff, Plus, you got the SSD that's tuned apparently for Sony's next gen hardware, PS5. Like, they've chosen it and tuned the PS5 so it has the bandwidth to actually take advantage of the SSD, because basically what they're saying is if I'm understanding Mark Cerny correctly, and believe me, he's the genius, I am not. So if one is to try and unravel the mind of a genius, based on the article, he's telling us that draw distance should be a thing of the past, because if you can fly Spider-Man through, New York City via a web at the speed of a jet fighter, and it keeps up, the graphics keep up because the hard drive is fast enough, the bandwidth is fast enough, then there shouldn't be any draw distance issues next gen. Like, we shouldn't see foliage just appearing. We shouldn't see mountains fading in.
Definitely. They basically confirmed with this statement alone with the SSD performances. Obviously we're going to get enhanced titles from what I'm gathering from this information. Since we got PS5 is going to have their own separate titles, it's going to push the hardware and graphics. It's pretty obvious that PS4 titles will indeed have an enhanced version to go on the PS5.
Oh yeah, you're correct. But that demo that Mark Cerny ran was just the PS4 version running on PS5 via back compat, just doing it faster. It wasn't an enhanced version at all. It was the exact same game, but using double the RAM. Because remember, PlayStation 4 has 8 gigs of RAM, right? PlayStation 5 has 16 gigs of RAM, and I'm hearing that it's got an extra 4 gigs for the OS, which means it could have up to 20 gigs of RAM. 16 for games and 4 for the OS. But that's just a rumor. That's not coming from anyone I know specifically. That's what I've seen floating around, right? From 1 or 2 people. Okay? But it's possible. It's possible. Maybe. It's not out of this world, is it? But here's the thing. That demo was just the basic Spider-Man game running on PS5 dev kit, low speed dev kit. So to me, I'm not surprised it was faster. I mean, I am impressed that it's like 0.8 seconds. That's 19 times faster than the PS4 Pro can load the same, fast travel segment from one side of the map to the other. That's good, but you'd expect double the RAM and an SSD drive that's been tuned to the system. You'd expect it to do that. It's not really that miraculous when you think about it. Let me see how quick PS5 specific games take to load with all the extra data that they're going to be shoving into the 16 gigabytes of RAM. Let's see how fast that loads. Yeah, you can show me a PS4 game loading fast, and I'll take it. Thank you. But how fast will PS5 games load?
True.
With all that extra data.
Yep, very, very true. I mean, now we know performance is going to play a heavy factor in PS5. We knew that for the longest. They were talking about performance. So it's good to see that they officially confirmed that they're using Zen 2 processors with the new PS5s. I'm guessing the new Xbox will be using the Zen 2 processor, possibly. So
it will, definitely. They're both going to be very identical, Ryan. You'll be so shocked how the only thing that's going to differentiate these platforms, right, are going to be clock speeds. Okay, because you're not going to really tell the difference graphically. Show me, I don't see how you're going to see the difference between, if they really claim they can get certain games to run over 4K. I mean, once you go beyond 4K, what difference does it make how pretty it looks? I mean, your eyes can only take in so much detail anyway.
Very, very true. Very, very true. And all I was saying was though, because I saw my timeline on my my PC here go off for Review Tech USA. So obviously now that we got a specification from Sony, a good chunk of the specification from Sony for PS5, supposedly the new Xbox will have an advantage. So I'm guessing they're going to go with probably the same processor, but with a beefier GPU. Maybe that's what they're going to do.
Look, Sony has a better. I'll tell you one thing I know. Out of the 2 contracts that have been signed with AMD for these next-gen consoles, Sony has the better deal in terms of financing.
Okay.
Do you know, in terms of the overall financing of the project, Sony got the better deal because Sony has part-funded some of that chip. You know, that Navi design specifically. It's not the Navi that's going on PC. People keep confusing Navi parts for desktops. Okay, and even laptops as the same as a console. No, this is going to be. I'm going to just break this right here, right now. PlayStation 5 Navi chip is not going to be the old way like the PS4 does it. You know, the SoC where it's all on one die. That's not happening no more. Because they're not getting good yields from that. So I've been told by my sources, I should have said this on my channel, but hey, I'm not a hater. My sources, the Sony are using a design called the chiplet design. AMD and Intel are the only ones using it. They're going to actually overtake NVIDIA's performance soon because of this new chiplet design. What it is the Navi core itself is going to be 7 nanometer. All of the other chips, they're going to split them up. Do you understand? Some will run at like 12 nanometer or 14 nanometer. Some will run at 7 nanometer, but they'll be on one big chip, but it will be separated. It's called the chiplet design. If you don't believe what I'm saying here right now and you think I'm making this stuff up, just go on Google and AMD chiplet. I do my research. I don't just listen to people and then take their word for it, even if they do work at Sony. I don't want to look like an idiot. So I still go and look on the internet to make sure what makes sense, so I can relay it in the best way. Sorry, I'm not being disrespectful to people, right? But not everyone's technically minded. So sometimes you have to drop things in a layman term so that everybody understands. It's not nothing to do with who's intelligent over who's intelligent. It's just the fact that some people aren't as gifted with lingo. Do you understand what I'm saying? And dialogue in the technical space. So if you break it down, it's fair that everyone gets to understand. I mean, I don't speak in tongues. I speak in English so everyone can understand. Here's the thing, right? Sony's using a chiplet design. Remember, I've told you this here and now. It's AMD's designed it. Intel are doing it too, but a slightly different way. But this chip has multiple chips on one die. It's not just one SoC anymore at 7 nanometer. It's going to be 14 nanometer to do things that don't require super fast calculations, but the 7 nanometer is the one you should be like focused on because that's going to do most of the hard brute work.
Yeah.
Chiplet design. Yeah, remember that chiplet design.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
the other thing I wanted to mention is that I heard it was supposed to, which I know we ain't ready for that yet, but it's supposed to support 8K. And for some reason, I saw some of course, Xbox fanboys get triggered about that shit. I mean, come on. I think next gen, it'll be 4K, okay, or under for a while, and then we'll get some dynamic upscale or something like that, and try to hit native. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you notice, gaming only advertises things that are affordable at the time. Like for example, like 4K TVs were expensive back in 2013, but they're cheap now. Compared to what they were. Something will happen with 8K when they're ready, but that's like not around the, that's like way around the corner. Right. You know what I'm saying?
We got 4K, Nancy, we got 4K checkerboard in right now, yeah? And that's from 1080p. Really, in effect, if this PlayStation 5 can natively do 4K without really breaking a sweat, then it should be able to do 8K checkerboarded from 4K because you're filling in more pixels from a higher number. So it will look even more impressive. And you shouldn't really see the kind of artifacting that you see on PS4 Pro because it's coming from a low number, trying to get out to a high number when PS5 will already be at a high number, going up to an even higher number. And your eyes probably won't see where the stitching has been done.
Correct.
Hey, what's happening, guys? I'm sorry.
What's up, Greg?
What's happening? But there's somebody triggered in the chat over 8K. Yeah, I'm shocked at it's like everything else people believe except the 8K. They don't understand that. I mean, they don't understand upscaling technology. So you can't explain it to them.
Inside of 8K, like it's not true 8K. It's just techniques they're going to be carrying over.
Yeah, it's not actually native. People are getting carried away. People are thinking it's going to be able to run 8K because PCs with 220 whatever TIs can't do it. And I'm thinking, you're thinking about it the wrong way. This is not native 8K. This is like double 4K, but checkerboarded.
Yeah, it's gonna be checkerboard or dynamic.
But see, that's what I don't think people understand. The way you're breaking it down for them, and I think they're taking it just verbatim for what's being said.
And like to answer that question too, with 8K, how much are you willing to pay for this concept? You really want 8K? Because I'm telling you right now,
you won't get any 8K games straight away anyway. You probably won't see 8K games for at least 3 or 4 years into the console's life cycle.
Yeah.
There's no need. There's no need. Think about it. Sony are in the TV business. Okay, I put out a video already saying that the PS5 is going to be full HD compatible, even down to 720p. Yes, they're still catering for HD ready TVs because people still have them, right? Yeah. So the PS5 is going to run 720p, 1080p, which is full HD, right? It's going to run 2K, yes, 2K. Going to run 4K. It's going to run 6K, but that's probably going to be checkerboarded, and 8K checkerboarded. And the reason why is Sony's. I made a video about this nearly 7 months ago, saying PlayStation 5 is future-proof. I don't know if people remember the title in my video.
I remember
Right.
that.
I said future-proof for a reason, because Sony are doing this infrastructure with cloud-assisted gaming. It's not cloud gaming. It's assisted. So you're still using the native hardware, but you can have extras going on with cloud technology, right? Where it doesn't need an immediate effect on screen. Like it could be something going on in the distance, like huge explosions that don't have to happen immediately. Do you understand? So the ping is not really going to be a problem between getting the code from one end of the server to the user's home, right?
But why do you all think there's such consternation? Why? I mean, it's like everything is believable to them, to the Xbox community, except the 8K. It's like, okay, you're. I just don't get it anymore. I mean, literally. So I agree, Ryan. That your video you did yesterday or day before yesterday, you're not going to talk about specs, of the Xbox. That's true, because literally today I saw people referencing comicbook.com.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they were already trying to do comparisons with
it's like
it's kind of stupid to do that. There's nothing to really go off of.
Yeah, except your hurt feelings, I guess. I mean, it's
the main takeaway is it's not real 8K, it's not real 6K, it is native 4K, it is 2K, it is full HD. The only reason why there's so many options is Sony's building the PS5 to take advantage of the line of new TVs they'll be bringing out down the line. Yeah. Sony will be doing 6K TVs and 8K TVs. They're going to become more affordable, like during the PS5's life cycle. They're not stupid. They're thinking ahead. Yeah. Even if it's 5 years from now, that console's still going to be ready to run on 8K TVs.
And speaking of 8K, wasn't there a report or something about it was Gran Turismo running on like a huge 8K TV back?
Yeah, which confirms what was there
here. Yeah, this is what they're saying here. Again, it's not true 8K, guys. It's just techniques they're doing.
Yeah, people are getting carried away, man. I mean, why would you even question that? It's purely logical.
I have a theory. Yeah, I have a theory. It's because they really need that new Xbox to be more powerful and do something different than the PS5, and it's not. It's going to do the same things.
Yeah.
We don't know about the 4K Blu-ray player, which I hope Sony doesn't put in there, but just put a regular Blu-ray in there, and just 4K.
There ain't no 4K, no 8K Blu-ray, but there's not even no 8K.
Yeah, but anyone with any brains, right? Anyone with any brains would know there's no console they can sell you at a mass market price that's going to do native 8K. You don't need to question that. That's just stupid. You shouldn't even ask questions.
Well, there's somebody with that does clickbait videos. They are just going through it. I mean, they're having a breakdown, like where the Skittles and Doritos.
Wait till the Xbox get its specifications. It's going to get 3 times worse when the Xbox gets the specifications. Speaking of TVs, though, if y'all want insight on TVs, go check out Quantum Apotheosis in the chat. I do drive some hilarious content on a lot of people, but yeah, that's definitely somebody you need to check out. You guys want some insight on some of my TVs. Definitely.
Yeah, I covered Cletus in a video.
He doesn't cover
new 8K TVs, like a super panel display. But the thing is, those things aren't ready for the mass market, though. Like, the rich can buy it now if they want to. Yeah, if you're willing to spend, 10, 15 grand on a TV, yeah, it's available. But that's no good to the rest of us schmucks. So in 5 years from now, right, that TV's no longer going to be 10 grand. It's going to be like maybe 199, like 2 grand. And then a year after that, it's going to be like $1 grand, and then 500. It's going to be worthless.
Yeah,
the fact that we got coming out of the discussion, though, remember, it should be like performance. That's what I took from the specification from Mark Cerny.
Yeah, Ryan, you're right. But all that other stuff is just stuff that's going to be on the Xbox. They're tearing their hair out, their teeth out, whatever you want to call it, because of this whole 8K thing. And it's getting out of hand. Yeah. I mean, like,
I'm not being funny though. When the Xbox guys were boasting about Xbox One X and they had all those symbols
Yes.
And PlayStation people were saying, I'm blocking anyone who has this symbol. And now you're seeing 8K symbols everywhere. Like, that is a bit hypocrisy. I'm sorry. I got to
It
say.
is. True definition.
Facts.
True definition of hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Just like
they ran
people
around
get
saying
mad.
Beast is coming. How long did they run around saying Beast is coming? And I'm still waiting.
Please don't remind me of that. Don't remind me of those comments.
Yeah,
Like literally, it was every single week. You got some troll. The beast is coming. True 4K. It's coming. Like, come on, stop.
PUBG at 9 FPS. Yeah, Beast is coming.
Hey guys,
What's up? What's up, Carlos?
Hey, you know what's the sad part about it is that we're talking about a resolution, and they were putting snake emojis as a caption to their.
I do remember that. Yes, I do. Yeah, y'all forgot about that on Twitter. Everybody had a snake emoji in their damn title, which was crazy for Scorpio.
But you're a bully. But see, Carlos, that's the thing. If you call that out, you're a bully. Yeah. But when they do it, and shout out to Porter Rock 77. He called it like, look, they don't care about the facts. They're not here for that. They've admitted it. They've said it. Hey, we're here to get our channels going and to monetize our channels. We don't care about the facts. I've actually heard people say that. So at least they're fools, but they're honest fools. You know. So, but at the end of the day, yeah, the whole 8K thing that has really
they had these dudes like jumping off.
Yeah, but you know what? You have to question the type of person that gets perplexed by that, though. Why should that bother you? Why? So what if someone's got 8K in their name? So what if someone's got Scorpio in their name or whatever? Who cares? Why does it bother you? Like, what is it? It doesn't mean nothing.
I agree.
You know what's the problem, Foxy, is that some people are true fanatics to the cause. They're true fanatics to what they believe in.
That's a mental health issue.
Shout out to the Savage Lobo. He said, "What about 4K makes you a better gamer?" I do remember that. Now he's saying that 8K makes you a better gamer. So this is going to be a funny trend.
But I will say something though. If we do see 8K games, which are obviously checkerboarded from 4K,
obviously,
right, or whatever resolution they could get closest to, it might even be 3K. And they checkerboard up to 8K. You don't know that they're doing it from 4K. We don't know how amazing the games are going to be in 5 years from now. But let's imagine, like, in 3 to 5 years from now, we see our first 8K game. It might be Gran Turismo, for argument's sake, right? And just imagine most people won't have an 8K TV. But what you will get is you will get down sampling. So it will still look amazing on your 4K TV.
Yep.
I mean, pretty much. You can't. You see, what people fail to understand, right? That all these rendering techniques, all these visuals, it's just trickery to your eye. You're not gonna notice that's like, you know, that's how Foxy stated from earlier. You're not gonna notice a difference much from each image. It really is up to the developers and how they utilize the power of these consoles and how they make the games visually look good. It is not going to be how we had this gen where 6 teraflops was better than 4.2. It's really going to be
Carlos, you drop the facts.
Yeah, he's right. He's right. You know what? It's not going to come down to one day. We're gonna, because the human eye can only see so many colors, right? In the spectrum of light, right? I know a few things about this. The human eye can only see a certain amount of millions of colors, right? A certain amount of millions of colors within the spectrum of light, and it's a finite spectrum of light. There's so much we can't see as humans with our eyes that even other animals see. You might have had a pet that's looking at something and barking at it or trying to get it or jump at it, and you can't see it. Like, what's wrong with this pet? What's wrong with this dog? But they can see things that we can't see on a different spectrum of light. Yeah, because they're not human eyes, they're canine eyes, right? Or cat's eyes. Here's the thing, though. It's going to get to a point where these systems are displaying so many pixels on screen with so many vibrant colors. It's going to not come down to pixels anymore. It's going to come down to panels. Which TV can display it the best? Not which console, which TV. It's going to come down to your panel screen quality.
Facts. Yeah.
I mean, it's going to get to that point. It's going to get to that point where people are just going to spend more money on the actual panel than the actual console. And this is why the 8K resolution thing and how people are taking it upon as, oh, it's not gonna happen. Listen, technology is forever changing. Technology is forever breaking new barriers, and there's nothing that people can say or do about it. It's just gonna be something that's gonna be introduced little by little, bit by bit, panel by panel. You know, it's just something that's gonna not really matter to people in the near future, because the only thing that's gonna matter to the person is the actual gaming experience, the actual immersion that you get from that game.
Yo, Carlos,
gonna really
people are getting a hard on for microprocessors. Wait till they see quantum computing. Wait till people see quantum computing. Forget these microprocessors. Wait till you see quantum computing. One day we're going to be playing games via quantum computing, and it's going to be realer than It's going to be realer than real. It's going to be so real, you're going to question your own reality. You're going to think you're in that reality that you're playing in is real, and the one you're in it just sucks compared to it. Trust me. Trust me. You won't even want to you won't even want to be in your own reality. You see these sci-fi movies where people are plugged into these machines and they prefer where they are.
Hey, you know that's the future of gaming, right? We just plug in like the Matrix.
They don't want to be on Earth in the reality of Earth. They'd rather plug into this thing, lie down all day and night, only get up to piss and eat, and then go back to this world where they can be the king or the queen. They can run the planet. They can be the president. They can be the first lady. They can be anything they want to be.
Yep. There you go. Definitely.
You know what? It's accept themselves, which is supposed to be.
Yep. All I know is it is exciting. It is definitely an exciting time right now when it comes to PlayStation. And obviously it's going to be exciting when Microsoft announces everything, for theirs. But Mark Cerny just stole pretty much the spotlight. I agree without a doubt. Like, I don't know if anybody can disagree with that. He stole the spotlight. As soon as he dropped the specifications for this console, pretty much nobody looked at Inside Xbox. I was looking at the show with Fox here, and immediately I was looking at the attendance. That was the smallest attendance in Inside Xbox history. I'm talking he had like 10,000 people watching, Craig.
Wow.
Only
people were still tripping off the PS5 article. That's why.
Yeah. Last year, now, if you look at the last one, Craig, what if I told you it was 55,000 who were watching?
Really?
And then the show before that, it was like 80,000. So you clearly see what I'm talking about here.
Microsoft. They better be careful they don't repeat 2013.
Yeah,
you know that, Ryan. Ryan, they better be careful they don't repeat 2013. Because remember at the end of the PS3 and Xbox 360's generation, we started to hear about Xbox One, right? Remember? And Microsoft were getting bad PR from then, and that's why they had to change the OS and everything before it came out. Yeah. Like, this feels like almost a repeat. Like, they're giving us terrible messaging again. Like, overpriced, like dickless, no balls, nothing.
It's weird. It's so many. It's more SKUs on the market than there are, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so much confusion on the market. We know we get ready to get the Anaconda and the Lockhart. Now they release Maverick, which is the Xbox One S discless version, and we have the Xbox One S and the X, and then it's so many consoles that are.
It's too many. It's too many.
It's oversaturated the market. Like, when you hear Xbox, you don't even find Xbox to be synonymous with one particular model. It's like 5 different models here.
5 different models and about 1,000 controllers.
Damn.
Controllers. Let me tell you, I don't know if Larry Herb Nelson knows about this and he just does this to add on to like the mystige about this. But man, every Inside Xbox, there's a controller showcase. We don't want to see this, man. We don't want to.
Ryan.
Yeah.
I used to be a go-go gamer.
Yeah, we used to be a go-go gamer. Yeah, apparently we trigger people with that. Just so you know, you triggered some people.
You want your game? You want a game everywhere? Go gaming.
There you go. I used to be a go gamer. No, that's Phil Spencer in a nutshell. But no, it's crazy. I won't say this about Phil. If you look at Phil Spencer now, comparing to what he looked like last year, he looks 3 times older, and it's only been a year. That's how much stress this man has been under when it comes to the Xbox division.
He put it on himself. You can't blame Don Matrick anymore. The man left ages ago. Who you gonna blame, Phil Spencer?
Oh, you blame
Who you gonna blame?
It was because of gamers. That's why he canceled Scalebound.
He's in the ninth circle now. They put him in the ninth circle of Microsoft.
How is it because
these are his words, not mine, guys? It's
wait a minute, yeah, but how is it our fault? Why is it best for us?
Because he wants to dictate how you play, and the problem is, and people get upset.
Dictating how I play. That's what
I don't accept this. And Quantum will tell you, I don't accept this garbage. But when somebody's telling me what's best for me with my hard-earned money, and I'm the one spending money on it, right? That's already a recipe for disaster. You can't tell me that a game like Scalebound didn't have potential to be a sleeper hit for Microsoft.
Yes, it did.
You know what?
To be a sleeper hit.
Do you remember what Phil Spencer said while we was doing your live stream? He had to cheat to sit down with Major Nelson and say, we've heard the fans loud and clear, and they've been asking us for all digital gaming. Like anyone said, Phil Spencer, remove the disk drive and charge me the same.
Exactly. It makes no sense to me. It really makes no sense to me. Nobody was tweeting at Phil, hey, Phil, you can remove the disk drive and bring the price down. Oh, yeah, sure, guys. I'll definitely do that. In fact, I won't do that. I'll remove the disk drive and still sell it to you at a premium price. $250 for a console that, by the way, Quantum, if you didn't know, it still has the eject button inside the console.
What? I didn't hear that.
Somebody took this console apart. The eject button is still in the console. Now,
even the cable. You can just plug a disk drive in there.
Oh.
Yeah, but you tell me who's out of place with what their fans want. It actually legit has the eject button still in the console.
They literally just sealed the front and said, "Here, give us $250, sucker."
It's ridiculous. And they have the nerve to sell that to you for $250.
It should be $149 or $179. It should not be $250, even $199. I still haven't. Listen, it still wouldn't make me itch, right? But $199 looks better than $250.
Man, they really want to keep this console a love letter to the fans and really show that they still matter. Remember, you're still getting the same garbage 1 terabyte drive. You're not getting 2 terabytes. You're not getting 3 terabytes. This is all digital, and they're giving you 1 terabyte of hard drive space.
So that means they're not. You know the cheek. They're not paying licensing fees either. Because there's no Blu-ray in there. So they're saving money even there. They don't have to pay Sony and the consortium, Disney, all of them who are part of the Blu-ray consortium. None of them are getting any money on each sale of that Xbox discless because there's no Blu-ray in there. So they still couldn't pass that saving on to you. That's a disrespect.
And you know these morons are spending way too much time on Twitter. I'm talking about the Microsoft execs, not the Xbox fans. When the Xbox executives are repeating what the community is calling the console, you have spent too much time on social media instead of the R&D department fixing the issue. They're calling it that edition.
You know what's the sad part about this, Ryan?
Not anybody else.
You know what's the sad part about it, though, Ryan?
What's up?
That all of this is being done to recuperate what they lost with the Xbox One X launch.
Remember, they're repurposing it.
Yeah, they did.
They're repurposing the whole money that they lost through the whole situation.
Yeah, but they did it lazily. They could at least change the form factor, make it smaller for crying out loud.
Yeah, they could have done a whole lot more better in terms of even pricing. The pricing
it's lazy. It's just lazy, bro. Look, they left the tags in there.
Cheaply,
you open it up and you can see where the disk drive connects.
Bro, I actually sent the video to Ryan. I think it was Austin Adams. He actually broke the system down, and he even said it himself. Like, you still have a mounting plate where you could actually put the disk drive still on the board.
Yeah. You can just buy a Blu-ray.
It's the exact models. It's the models they didn't sell, pretty much, that they're reselling to you right now, rebranded. The models they couldn't sell.
Do you know what? Modders will have fun with that. Do you know that? Modders will have fun with that space. You know that space, that empty space. Wonder what they can do with it.
Yo, hey! Next thing you know, you might just
put a radio in there.
Lighting inside that.
Put a radio in there.
Put a radio in there. Put some music. I mean, so I don't know. They'll do something with the damn thing.
Put a gramophone in there. Remember the old times? Remember the good old times? 360.
Yeah.
Like a damn karaoke machine.
Yeah, I want to buy that. I'm like, if it's $100, I might be able to buy it. But I decided to spend all my money at the movie theater this coming weekend, so they can keep it.
You don't that Avenger. I see.
Someone's gonna put on Twitter. Someone's gonna tweet that box here with a slit, just a small slit for coins, and they're gonna say the most expensive piggy bank ever.
Man, this is too much, man. This is too much. I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm face palming. I'm excited for what we got for PlayStation, and I'm looking at the competition. I know what Nintendo's working on. Nintendo's working on a beefier Switch, supposedly, but we also know that Nintendo also has a bunch of games strictly for the Nintendo audience. We've seen it. Astral Chain alone was amazing. You know, we
Wait
know
till E3.
Yeah, we know for a fact that Nintendo is about to deliver. Even though Reggie is no longer going to be with Nintendo, he left on probably the best note possible out here.
He left them with a template for success, bro.
Exactly. They are about to clean house with that
Yeah,
Switch.
but wait till E3 though, innit? Wait till E3.
Oh, we
Now,
have to wait for E3,
what I can
bro.
tell about E3. Now, I know there was a lot of leaks. People were talking about the leaked E3. I hope that E3 that's leaked is not true. That E3 that was supposed to leak shows mostly third-party games on the list.
No, I don't believe that. I think they're gonna show off. They've had
party.
enough time now. Come on. We haven't seen anything for 3 years. We haven't seen anything new for like 3 years. They must be able to show something.
They have to. They have to. Come on. If not, they just been sitting around to thumbs up their ass.
I don't believe that rubbish. I don't believe that leak. How can it only be mostly third-party games? They've been doing nothing for like. That means they've been doing nothing for 3-4 years, because that's how long there hasn't been a decent game on that system.
If they don't show nothing at E3, and it's mostly third-party games that we already know about. For example, at Inside Xbox, they talked about enhanced titles coming to the Xbox, and it was like Ninja Gaiden. I'm like, me and Foxy was sitting there talking during the live stream, right? I kid you not. We immediately said, why isn't Ninja Gaiden have a sequel right now that can compete with Bloodborne?
No, maybe Ninja Theory. Maybe Ninja Theory would do it. I mean, that'd be cool. Ninja Theory to do Ninja Gaiden.
Why doesn't Microsoft like put the effort to get that game, up and running to be a compete?
Listen, if Halo Infinite is the standout thing about E3, if that's the biggest thing that happens, I'll be very disappointed. Not that I love Halo, don't get me wrong, but they need more.
Well, they'll show Gears. I'm excited for that, but I'll be playing on PC.
Yeah, but we've seen Gears 2 years ago, man.
But see, that's the thing. They need to. We know what they're going to show already. We know the main games: Halo, Gears, and Forza. I mean, we know those. We're talking about something else. What else? After 3 years, what else do you have to lay on the table besides
those? What don't we know?
You're being very toxic, Nancy. No, you can't talk about those games. You got to put those games as the holy grail: Halo, Gears, and Forza. So when Microsoft announced they're going to have $500 million going into Forza or to Halo, you better treat that like the holy grail. So I'm sorry, you have to take that.
But you know something? Isn't this like? Do you remember 360? Remember the end of 360? They put too much focus on Connect, and then all you literally were getting was another Forza and another Gears and another Halo, right? Do you remember?
Yes,
because that's all they were doing, focusing on Connect. So all you got was those 3 games like recycled. Yeah, do you not see a pattern here?
Yeah,
we noticed the pattern.
The only difference is this time around, instead of it being Connect, focus, it's now Game Pass focus.
Yep.
Pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
I mean, there's always Microsoft always creates a distraction for themselves. Do you notice that they always create something that takes them away from the path, the righteous path?
Not only that, they created their DRM dream. Yeah. If you really notice, this is the DRM dream that they envisioned.
Well, it is no disk drive. I mean, you can't get more DRM than that.
Yeah. You think about it, the Xbox DRM or SAT edition is basically the exact system that the Xbox One was going to be at the start of this gen. Wasn't going to have a disk drive, wasn't going to have all this stuff. They were going to focus on cloud and NFL teams.
Do you know what? Microsoft had an interview that I remember I covered in a video about a year ago where they said that they think they were too early with the vision for Xbox One. You know, the whole sign in DRM, share your games and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But they admitted just last year that they believed they were too early. The gamers weren't ready, as if they're saying, well, they're ready now.
They're not ready. They were ready. It wouldn't that demonstration we got at what was it? Inside Xbox, the last one, not this one, but the last one where the chick was playing the xCloud demo. That would have been 5 times smoother and actually on point.
Yeah.
And you know they're far away, Craig. I don't know if you saw the show, but they showed a replay of that this show.
Really?
They didn't even show a new demo, did they, Fox?
Of what?
Nope.
Of the XCloud. Did they show a new demo of XCloud?
No, it was repeat footage, man.
Repeat.
It was like one of our videos. We're just using the same footage every now and then.
Play by play. And you know what also they kept playing? They kept playing clips from all right, y'all know videos that we do. Obviously, when I do a video, I'll probably play a video. I'll play like a clip in my background from like E3. They kept
that's what they did.
Exact same E3.
I thought I was watching Foxy Games UK when I was watching Inside Xbox.
Or am I watching an Xbox event? What am I watching?
I said this is amateurish. What's going on here?
Ridiculous.
All the money they have. Like, listen, I'm amateur. I do the best of what I've got with the time I've had. I've only been doing it for 4 years. So, you know, I've had to learn from day one. I didn't come into YouTube knowing everything. I made a lot of mistakes.
We all have.
No, I'm not talking about in videos or personal mistakes. I mean like learning YouTube and copyright infringements and stuff. I made a lot of mistakes, and it took a while to suss it out. It takes long time. The more you do it, the more you learn. It's like trial and error YouTube, because you never know what's going to get claimed. So after a while, you kind of figure out what stuff to use, what stuff not to use, and how long to use it. But here's the thing. In all that time I've been on YouTube, right? All that time, Microsoft are like us, a small YouTube channel. I guess this is what I'm trying to say. The segments they used in Inside Xbox is like a small YouTube channel, repeating the old footage from last year. Like they don't have any. It's their company. You must have some more up-to-date footage than that.
Well,
take a photo of yourself. Why didn't they just film themselves? They could have filmed themselves really close to the camera, like they did for Xbox One X Scorpio. Say, oh, we're building. Just give us that.
Boxy, you know what's the telling tale? You know what's the telling tale after all this? There were actually only 12,000 people watching that live stream.
I know Ryan said it, man.
I said it, bro. You late.
Man, you sound like a repeat, dude. I heard this tune already.
Well, you know what? I think he's doing it because, like you just said, Microsoft just put up old footage. So why don't he can do the same thing? He can keep up.
That's crazy, though. It's like they did it in sequence as well. It wasn't like they showed one bit of old footage and some new footage. They just showed continuous old footage. It was like a review of last year. I thought I was watching a review of Microsoft.
I'm like, you keep
Microsoft.
Showing Phil in his youth. I'm gonna say this is Phil in his youth, because right now he looks like he's 60 years old right now. But in that video, he looked like he was 40. They keep showing off the same clip. I don't know what I'm watching the whole time. You got dudes acting cringy as ever in the background. I don't know what's with the white glove.
Sorry for the black guy, you know the big black guy they got.
Officially with the white gloves, but they need to go. It's annoying. I'm tired of seeing the white gloves.
But don't you feel sorry for the black guy? Sorry, there's no other way. I don't like to bring color into things, but there's no other way I can describe him. That tall guy, that 6 foot built black guy, right?
Yeah.
That smiley has to fake every time some cringy, cheesy stuff happens. I'm looking at him, you know. I'm watching the psychology, and I can see he's uncomfortable. I can tell he's in his head like, oh man, I wish I wasn't here for this.
I finally got the info that was required too. I'll tell you right now, the best thing that's been happening for Inside Xbox, it hasn't been the games, hasn't been controllers, hasn't been these ridiculous buttons that they keep throwing out every single show.
Those were some nice controllers, though.
Has nothing to do with the garbage presentation. You know what the best part about Inside Xbox is, and you're gonna be shocked when I say this. It's Kate Yeager.
It was Ninja Gaiden.
Nah, it's Kate Yeager. Kate Yeager's the best thing about Inside Xbox. You know, Kate
Yeager. Yeah.
Kate's the best thing about Inside Xbox.
Oh, the stand-up, the girl, the stand-up.
Yeah. That's Kate Yeager.
She's the best thing about Inside Xbox. Let me tell you why.
Strong legs.
She at least tries. You know, she tries.
Nah, she got some strong legs, man. She stand like a boss. Neo said it. She walked like a boss.
It's Kate Yeager. That's it. So for people say, "Oh, Ryan's gonna say negative," no, that's the positive right there. That's the only positive. It's Kate Yeager. She's on point.
Yeah, but and Ninja Guy.
Every time she said it, that's Kate Yeager.
I only liked her when she stood up. When she sat down, I wasn't that.
Boxy, you too much.
No, it's true. It's true. like Ryan was saying how like he's got the hots for her while she was sitting down, and she had her legs crossed funnily. Like it made her look fatter than she actually was for some reason. The way she sat. Like, but when she got up, I realized, oh, she got some strong, firm legs. Like, I thought they were just, she was like a mermaid. She sat down like a mermaid, like it was just one, you know what, one fishtail.
Oh God, I never see
But
her.
when she stood up, I changed my mind. Like, I said it in the live stream. I goes, oh, I like her now. She,
Oh
you know, some
my
people,
God.
you know what it is? You know what? Believe it or not, right? Your posture, how you sit, can really change the way you look. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Oh Lord, let's move on. Let's move on. Geez, I think we destroyed that topic to oblivion here.
You brought her up.
Yeah.
Why you bring her up for then?
Hey, I just said she's the best thing about.
You know she's thick, man. You know she's thick. Our American cousins say she's thick. The Jamaicans say she's thick.
She is thick.
Yeah.
Shit.
Beef. Call it beef. Bully beef.
Oh Lord.
I got look. See, you got that. Okay, moving on.
I do have some game news.
The Ninja game, the Ninja Gaiden, right?
Go ahead, brother. You take it.
Ninja Gaiden. The Ninja Gaiden was probably out of the games the best thing.
Yeah,
Ninja Gaiden. Honestly, a 360 game.
And it was enhanced, but it was like a sharper, higher res looking version of it.
Well, it was the only thing you couldn't get elsewhere. That's why I'm saying it. You couldn't play that on the PlayStation 4.
No,
also there, something like that. They had Splinter Cell.
Yeah, they had Splinter Cell.
You can play that on the PlayStation 3, though, innit? And PlayStation Now. It's a slow game as well, so you shouldn't worry about PlayStation Now having problems. It's a slow game.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
Assassin's Creed Unity is going to be free tomorrow on the Ubi store, April 20th.
Can we all just
really?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to cop that finally. I'm glad I waited.
Can we all just agree, as the wholehearted gamers that we are, that this generation has been nothing but a freaking circus? Yeah. Like you can't really say nothing much positive about.
I can. Xbox. I've had a great time on PlayStation. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, the PlayStation has been fine. I agree with
a great time on Nintendo.
No. PlayStation and Nintendo, they both have been catering to their fan base.
So really, you're only talking about Xbox, really, aren't you?
Yeah, he's probably one-sided. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's been so one-sided. They have like a good couple of titles that actually make you feel like, damn, they're trying their hardest to bring back the fan base, but it just doesn't cut it for me. As a gamer, it doesn't really cut it for me because games like Cuphead, which is a freaking awesome game, they didn't support it. They didn't support that game.
It's on Switch now, though. It will get supported there.
The funny part is the Switch version is actually getting more praise than the Xbox version.
And it'll probably sell more as well.
Like, it just like, really, yo, Phil Spencer, get your head out your ass, brother. Get your head out your ass. And start listening to the real gamers. Instead of listening to freaking Colt Eastwood and these dumbasses on Twitter, man. Like, listen to the real gamers that are emphasizing for you to take the mantle and say, you know what, I had enough of this shit. Let's make Xbox gaming the platform that it once was when it was Xbox and Xbox 360. Not this.
Well, they didn't buy the games. I mean, that's what people got to really understand is that they had a decent launch with the Xbox One as far as the games. They
good library.
They didn't buy the games. Yeah, they didn't buy the games, and so this is what they're doing now. I mean, it's just
it's great. You know what annoys me the most about Microsoft?
What's up?
Above all the things that everyone's mentioned, it's they come up with this idea or direction they want to go in, and instead of just admitting it's all on us, they would like to say the gamers asked for it. Like they're trying to blame, like if it doesn't go well,
right?
Well, you asked for it. No, they didn't. Why do you keep repeating the same false narrative? These people did not ask for what you're giving them.
Yep.
No, I don't disagree with that. But yeah, this is the direction that they're going. I do believe that they're deflecting. But look, they should be disappointed in their gamers for not supporting the games that came out. They didn't go out and buy Rise. I mean, Rise's sales were garbage. They did not buy Quantum Break. I mean, that was my fault, according to Halo Storm. They didn't buy. I mean, people were talking about this the other night when Quantum Break came out. It got killed because it was 800p. Again, that's not true. It got killed because you guys didn't go buy it.
Exactly.
That's it. You know, they didn't buy it. It doesn't matter what the pixel count is. So
if you don't support it,
yeah, but they did support games. They did. They supported games like PUBG.
Yeah, that time frames a second. Yeah, I agree with that.
Nah, but if you don't support great IPs like Cuphead, great IPs like Quantum Break, you know, Sunset Overdrive, Rise, and you only just support the only main IPs, Forza, Gears, and Halo, then there's nothing else to debate upon because you're not supporting the system the way it should be supported. Games like Ori deserve a better audience.
Yep.
Games like freaking Sea of Thieves deserve to be done more concisely better.
No, Sea of Thieves should never have existed.
No. Here's the thing. Sea of Thieves is
They should have released an amazing single player game with multiplayer aspects like they did in the good old days, more than Sea of Thieves.
And I think they had the recipe for it. They just didn't want to do it. They just felt like they needed to.
You know what? Do you know how many dormant franchises Microsoft are laying on right now? They didn't have to make a Crackdown 3. They didn't have to invest in Sea of Thieves. They could have given you some good old games from back in the day. Because Microsoft was sitting on franchises that they don't care about anymore. They own the name, but they're not playing the game.
Yep.
Yo, Crimson Skies, Crimson Skies was one of the highest rated titles on the original Xbox. You had people, fans of that title, that were still waiting for a release even on the 360. What happened to that IP? What happened to Jade Empires? What happened?
Oh, that was BioWare. Jade Empire was BioWare.
Listen, if Microsoft wanted that, they could talk to them.
They could have bought that IP and just
They don't have to buy it. They don't have to buy it. They can just go and do a deal and we'll get our own dev team. We just want to use the license of the name. In the contract, that game can only be on Xbox. It can still be an exclusive. You don't have to buy everything for it to be exclusive, you know. There are many games that other companies have made that don't belong to Microsoft that still remain exclusive to the 360.
Yup. That is a big selling point to why I'm saying this. People think I'm trying to bash it as much as possible, but it's not that. It's that I've seen so many great games from Microsoft.
You bleed blue, you don't bleed green. You hate Xbox. Admit it.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna say that I hate it. I just don't like the fans.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think anyone hates Xbox. I think they don't like Microsoft's policies and direction.
Yo, I just don't like extreme fanboyism. That's my whole thing. If you're gonna talk about, but you
can ignore that if you want to.
Yeah. I ignore it. It's just sometimes you gotta throw the haymakers once in a while.
You don't have to do anything. You can pretend they don't exist. So easy.
That is true. But for me as a gamer, for me as a person that grew up playing on 8-bit to 16-bit, then to 32 to 64-bit, and now seeing 3D and going
it's
past
a different world now, brother. People have instant access to you now, brother. Back then, people could only diss each other in class, but you went home. But Twitter goes home with you.
Yep. But it's just when Microsoft came into the gaming biz, like back in 2001, I really thought like, okay, it's Microsoft. I know that they're a big company. I know that they provide software to major companies, and they're gonna focus on, making good games because that's what you really needed. And it did sell well, but it didn't really make that much of an enthusiastic how should we put it? An enthusiastic warrant to say, okay, I want to play on this ecosystem. Yes, you have the diehards, you have everybody. it's just like right now with the level of state that they're in and how they're trying to do these little sandbagging moves. Like, really, man, wake up.
They're lacking.
Look, man, I can't front. Yeah, it hasn't been all bad on Xbox for me. I have had good times, but they've been far and few.
I had a lot of good times.
They've been far
I'm glad you said that,
between,
Fox.
though.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
that's the problem. It's taken a long journey to get to the next big, exciting experience for me. Whereas I'm getting them consistently on the other platforms I own. Microsoft are making me wait. Like it's like I'm on hunger strike.
I can cue the sad violin right now. That's great.
It's like you're hungry and you're not being fed.
Yeah.
And one thing
on the other platforms, everyone's eating on the other platforms though.
And not only that, they need more. That Sony needs multiplayer. That this and that and the third. Listen, there are plenty of third-party multiplayer games that are played on the PlayStation more than they are on the Xbox, and those are facts.
Well, again, they want this. They want the Sony system to behave like the Xbox system.
But
that's
you can't.
What they want. I agree.
But you can't.
It's just like when that fake controller came out. Like I said, that thing was faker than 4K. And you had people doing videos saying, well, they need to put the controllers, they need to put the thumb controllers the same place as the Xbox. It's like they don't understand that Xbox has lost. You don't copy what the loser does. The loser follows the winner. They haven't gotten that through. Nobody wants to come home and call in the B2 and get one-man army. Nobody wants to sit in a room and chat with your stink bomb ass. People just want to come home and play their game.
Damn, thanks, Craig. I feel so damn violated and offended by that statement.
Buttery biscuits all over the place.
Oh, I mean, I've never seen a group that loses and says, well, you know what, they should still make their system more like the Xbox. No, Xbox One is the epitome of what not to do with the console.
I mean, who wants to copy? Who wants to be copied and done the same way? I like originality. I like differences. I like to say, yo, I like this system because it provides me with something that the other doesn't. That's the type of gaming experience.
Exactly. That's why I decide how I'm going to buy it. If you're different than somebody else and you got variety, that's where I go. I mean, I'm the same way, Carlos. I believe in that. What up, Fatal? I believe in that.
Variety's a hell of a good thing to have, man. And
variety is the spice. Put it this way: variety is the spice of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Let me shout out to RDL Matador. I know he left this year, and I haven't even read it. But shout out to you for the super chat. I saw him, brother. Thank you. He said, he says, I'm already worried for Ninja Theory. Their next game is a multiplayer game, but we know that Microsoft needs more great single-player games desperately. I couldn't agree with you more. Yes, they do need single-player games. That is a must.
How do we know? Something on 4chan.
I was just about to ask that, yeah.
Something on 4chan. How do we really know it's just going to be multiplayer, though?
It's confirmed. It says Xbox new game from Ninja Theory is co-op game.
We're confirmed where, though? 4chan. Where's it confirmed?
Websites are covering this.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
What, just multiplayer, no single player? Are you serious?
I saw that earlier, but I don't know.
I'm not sure. I haven't looked at that. Let me
but
see.
there are single player.
If it's co-op, then there's nothing wrong with that.
Co-op a sci-fi game that will release in 2020.
Yeah, but I bet the co-op. I bet if you haven't got someone to play with, the co-op becomes a bot, like a AI controlled.
Oh,
yeah, probably.
Yeah,
because I can't imagine Ninja Theory would move away from their staple single player expertise and suddenly jump straight into online.
I mean, that Senwa, man, that Senwa's Hellblade is a freaking masterpiece.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only a rumor.
Oh,
yeah, someone said but Ryan said it was confirmed.
A confirmed rumor.
I'm seeing a confirmed rumor, I guess.
I'm trying it. There's no such thing as a confirmed rumor. That's an oxymoron.
I see a post here from Comic Book there saying that it's a rumor that was posted a day ago, and then I'm seeing another one from Shock News posted 3 hours ago.
Shack News, Ninja Theory's co-op game. Yeah.
Nah, you'll have a single player element.
Why are they sourcing Comic Book .org or .com when that's not where you go for video game stuff. You go there for comic book stuff. I mean,
Craig was right.
I mean, this is how buttery
you
the
things have changed, Craig. Everybody goes everywhere for gaming.
Yeah, but you never know.
Foxy is right. It is a rumor based off of 4chan.
Have you seen 4chan? Oh my gosh, 4chan. I couldn't have guessed any better.
Yeah. And Fox Games, shout out to you for the information that you put out. You and my source, Lou Wafa, hit it out of the park. I love how the Vega 56 name is being mentioned with the possibility of performance with the PlayStation, which, you know, I said that about 6.5 to 7 months ago. But shout out to everybody out there who's excited. But no, it's a confirmed rumor, right? But I just don't understand, why are they going to the comic book place?
Craig, you can't say it's a confirmed rumor. That's like saying it's a dry, rainy day.
or that the sky is falling. The sky is falling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's an oxymoron. It's like saying the water is dry. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, Ray has this to say to you. Comic book question. He said, this is $2 super chat from Wraith. He says, comic book said also that Halo will have a battle royale.
You know what? I'm not.
Yeah, I saw that rumor earlier on Reset Era. Yeah.
Look,
Listen,
Craig,
if Halo has a battle royale,
Craig,
no,
you shouldn't say comic book. Don't listen to them. I tell you why. You've got this Lou Wafa. I've got my people. Who'd have thought that we would have our sources? So how do we know comic book don't have somebody? I can't dismiss them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Comic books are bigger than
rumors.
Comic book are bigger than I am. They're bigger than you and I am. I got my info.
You're right.
The rumor about the actual battle royale component is actually entirely different than that of Fortnite and shitty ass Apex Legends. There, what the fuck?
I mean, but yo, isn't it like they're playing like battle royale games are getting so played out right now that why would you even try to? Why would you even try to go into that realm?
It might just be 100 players and they think it's battle royale. You never know. Microsoft might be pushing for 100 players on Anaconda, fully detailed, and everyone's just thinking it's going to be a battle royale. It might just be 100-player match.
Yeah, like that would make a whole lot of sense.
They might go with that for Halo Infinite. Like, y'all think $500 million could have actually a chunk of that could have gone to Battle Royale?
Sure could. You know what I think? You know what I think there, Ryan? You know what I truly honestly think that like how the multiplayer component side of Halo Infinite is going to be like? It's going to be like one of those what do you call like you know how Red Dead had like an open world kind of thing, you know what I mean? So, like you can choose different modes from like different signposts and that kind of shit like that. I think Infinite's multiplayer is going to be similar to that. And there's going to be like a section on the map where it's going to be like that's like dedicated to like a battle royale themed kind of thing.
Anyway, people will be stupid to trust mainstream these days because they're just doing it. They're just doing it for revenue now. Because look what Kotaku did with Smash Brothers soundtrack, where the Joker soundtrack. They tried to say they said retard when they said retard.
Oh my god!
There's two different words. Like retard means to start again. Retard is obviously a disrespect to people who are disabled, right? Mm-hmm. But the Kotaku wrote a story and put a story out as if the singer purposely took shots at disabled people. Now look, that's a sensationalist like title, right? Mm-hmm. You can't trust. It's like that's like a tabloid smut newspaper would do something like that.
Yeah.
You can't really pay any attention to mainstream anymore. I'm telling you, mainstream's dying. Forget that they got all these views for reviews. Right now, that's because of the professionalism. But when it comes to news, I think alternative media is getting bigger. Just like in the politics sphere. Like no one listens to Fox News anymore. People rather listen to the Young Turks.
Yeah, they're on now. Well, that Anna Carson, I'd like to take her out for beer and wings. So.
I hope your girl ain't in the room when you say that.
She's married. Oh god, man.
No,
she's married.
I have a mulligan.
But isn't the Xbox community consisted of retards though?
Well, I mean, to me,
you can't say that.
Obviously, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I just had a go at Kotaku, and then you go and turn into Kotaku.
I'm only playing.
The real Xbox Twitter account put out a statement saying, which button do you push more on your Xbox controller? I mean, this is why this is the most trash console in history. Who cares what button on? And then people are answering the triangle, the square. Oh yeah, we gotta move
triangle
on.
And square, wrong console, buddy.
Yeah, I'd rather whatever it's.
I just feel like the PS5 is gonna come out
A and B
at the earliest holiday 2020 because
It's 2020.
those Navi chips won't be ready until
Q3
2020.
Yeah,
that takes you to July. Sony won't be ready for a March release. Because these Navi chips the Sony Navi chips for the Sony machine, not Navi chips in general. There are other Navi chips coming out in the PC space, but that specific SoC, that specific one is delayed until Q3 2020.
I agree with you.
Might as well forget early launch next year.
Show me Fable this year at E3 and I'll be happy as a motherfucker.
You're not gonna get Fable until next gen, bro. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine if I get until next gen, but at least show it to me.
Yeah.
Look,
confirm what we already know.
Yes,
confirm it what we already know.
Don't get caught up on TYT in the chat. I'm not saying TYT are amazing. I'm saying you'll get more truth out of TYT than you will from Fox News.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal.
No one's saying TYT are to be trusted. Yeah, no one's saying don't trust any of them. I'm just saying though, like mainstream media is becoming less credible as time goes on.
Yeah. Well, not about 8K though, because I love the part.
Oh, not that again.
Not about that. Man. Well, we can talk about. Look, my avatar is the Xbox SAD, or the all digital console, and I'm highly disappointed in what Microsoft did with that. And did you all do my poll for the 26? Is it going to be Days Gone or is it going to be the Avengers? So which one?
Neither.
Because I'm leaning more towards the Avengers, even though I paid off Days Gone with those black dudes up there trading in their Xbox X. So I may not pick up Days Gone till Sunday. So maybe if I'm over my Avengers.
When is that game coming out? The 26th, right?
26th, yeah. And
I'm surprised the embargo listed the 25th. That's a little weird.
Yeah, that is weird. I agree with that.
They're doing that because of the spoilers.
Yeah,
fair enough. But I mean, like other games that have are spoiler heavy usually have their embargoes lifted like a week or 2 weeks in advance sometimes.
Yeah, go ahead, Nancy.
No, I actually pre-ordered Days Gone.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh yeah, good for you. Good for you. Awesome.
I also pre-ordered Mortal Kombat 11.
Nice.
I'm actually going to hold off on MK11 because I want to see how egregious their microtransactions are going to be when the game launches.
Well, not just that, because you see how shady they just did with Shao Kahn, Fatal, but not just that.
Yeah.
Fix the online problem. That's always been a plague with that game, this online.
Oh, well, remember what I said last week on your show? Remember, I was sitting there, I saw that poster on Reddit about how the game is supposed to be like 90% online only. The internet connection for 90% of that shit.
Really?
That's disgusting.
Usually online games like that always launch with some of the worst glitches and problems you can
Yep.
So
really?
Yeah. Remember Titanfall? Titanfall was not perfect. The game.
It wasn't?
Nah, Titanfall.
No, I didn't play the first one, but I did. I like that second one. I thought that was a very enjoyable game.
Just always online games just don't work. As soon as the service is done, the game is worthless.
Oh yeah, well that's a pretty good.
Well, kind of like what happened with MK9 too as well, because that game got ruined for its online and like during that blackout for PSN. So.
Tell you the truth though, I don't even think their DLC's been that great. There hasn't really been that crazy amount of characters blow me away with more.
But can't you just grind to get it though?
No.
Actually,
in Injustice 2 you could. In Injustice 2 you could grind and get it.
You can, but I guarantee you it's going to be like one of those absolute horrible type kind of grinds. And I hate to see that, honestly. But I mean, like I said, I love Mortal Kombat to death, but I'm just sitting on it. I just want to make sure like the game is not going to be like a rip-off as far as microtransactions go and make that front and center. Because I mean, this is Warner Brothers that's publishing after all. So
you look at how
let me just say something about Days Gone for a second.
Oh, good.
I don't think it's going to be as good as God of War in terms of the reviews, but I think it's still going to be good though. But I don't think it's going to be up there with God of War.
Yeah.
You talking about?
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's
It's because it's following a very similar. It's following a similar trope.
Yeah,
zombies. I know they're not zombies, but
Freakers.
yeah, but they're still zombies, man. Freakers, by name only.
I don't know why they call
them
freakers. You just call them like the infected or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but out of respect, we'll say
that sounds like
that's what the artist wants. Yeah, but really, they're zombies, and it's a zombie game and a survival game, and we've played those to death. So I feel that might go against it. The familiarity of it all.
Very true. Very true.
It's still going to be a great game, though. But I feel the lefty reviewers, they're going to use that as an excuse.
Yep. You're right
say,
about that,
we've all done this before.
I want to see if the game really does get as hectic as they showed like at E3, like with the zombies coming from the ceiling, the damn left or right. I want to see if the game really can get that hectic.
I heard that it does. Man. I mean, like we all remember back when they showed off that Game Informer stuff like early last year, right? Everybody was like, "Oh my god, this looks disgusting looking. Blah blah blah, looks trash." But yeah, people didn't realize that it said alpha.
Yeah,
down the bottom right corner.
Also, we were being picky for the game too. They were saying, "Look at the zombies. There's not like they look the same."
Yeah,
but,
and then Tokyo Game Show runs around.
Yeah, like
Tokyo. Yeah.
And I'm like, guys,
the story is gonna have to be absolutely amazing to make it stand out among all the other survival.
Exactly.
Well, apparently they're not dead, which is why we can't call them zombies. Apparently, they're mutated. You know what I'm saying? Human beings. They're mutated.
Human beings, right? In World War Z.
So there's a mutant.
Like there must have been something chemical thing go off, like in some kind of shit, and it's just turned everyone into spineless critters. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. Because even animals are affected in that game too, as well, which I think is awesome too.
Yeah, that bear scene just like it was crazy.
I want more.
That remind me of Tomb Raider.
I want to fight that.
I don't know why it reminds me of Tomb Raider.
Yeah, that bear scene.
Every time I see the bear scene, it's like Tomb Raider when you dodge the bear.
Yeah, from Rise of the Tomb Raider there, Foxy. Yeah. I know exactly what scene you're talking about.
I like that game. I mean, that game is 4K native on the Xbox X. So you all need to go get it and play it while you still can before Sony gets that studio. Because I'm hearing rumors. Streets is talking. The YouTube Streets is talking.
Craig, why do you always gotta start that stuff with the
right? Yeah, but that's Craig's nature, though.
I know.
That's the Craig we all know and love.
I know, but I'm trying to get people to go buy the game before that studio gets bought up. The streets, the YouTube streets, whatever those are, they're talking. They talking in these YouTube streets about 4 big acquisitions Sony's coming out.
Hey, I have a question for you guys. Is it wrong for me to say that when I finally got a chance to play Rise, Son of Douchebags, whatever the fuck it's called, man, that I did not like that game one bit in the slightest?
Of course, that's your opinion.
No, there's nothing wrong with playing that.
No. But here's the thing, though, is that Disneyland Adventures, I actually had more fun playing that on the Xbox than I did Rise, Son of Rome.
What do you do in that game?
Wow, that's crazy.
What Disneyland Adventures?
Yeah.
Play it. It's on PC. Play it.
Wait a minute,
it's on PC.
4K on the Xbox X. Let's put that out there first. Don't hate on the Xbox X.
Look, I love Disney. We all grew up with Disney. Yeah, there's no shame fucking playing that game. I don't care. I had fun with that shit.
When it comes to X-Men, so you have to respect on
Yeah, exactly. Because X-Men is the best Marvel series ever history, man. I don't give a fuck about
all that.
There you go.
Not a fan of the Avengers. Sorry, Craig, but I'm just not. I never was a fan of the Avengers. Period.
Oh, I'll be in the theater crying.
Hugh Jackman. Stop. You look like Hugh Jackman.
All the Xbox exclusives. What's the best game then?
For what?
For the Xbox.
For me?
You want my personal opinion on that, there, Foxy?
Yeah. What would you say is the best Xbox? Well, not exclusive because they're all on PC, but the best Xbox
console-wise.
Yeah. From launch to now, what's the best game that came out on the Xbox One?
There's three that come to mind.
One.
I know, but I'm debating on which one I want to choose. Because Quantum Break.
No, because you're gonna give people clues. Do it quietly in your head. And all right,
fair enough.
I know his favorite. And he gonna get mad at me, but it's okay. Sea of Thieves.
Ew.
Mine is Quantum Break.
Actually, I don't know. That fishing is definitely luring me back into that game, man. I'm sorry, guys, but I love fucking fishing in video games.
That ramen
whatever. I don't know, man. I would probably have to say Cuphead, I guess. I mean, even though it's tied with me with Quantum Break, but I really enjoy Cuphead. I love
me,
that art style, man.
it's gotta be Sunset Overdrive.
Title they had.
That's another one too.
yeah.
That was my third title, man. Yeah,
That's a good one.
it's
Those
difficult.
two, those two, yeah, I would say on top. Yeah.
You know what game, Foxy?
Compare
You know
that
what,
to the best of the other platforms now, and then you see where Microsoft are.
you know what game that really took me by surprise? I know a lot of people hated at first until like the more updated version came out that actually fixed everything. That I was quite surprised with Record. Like I was quite surprised. Like I had a lot of fun with that fucking game, believe it or not.
I like.
I know
it.
a lot of people don't like it. I know a lot of people don't like
game.
it, but it's a really, really fun game, and that soundtrack is just freaking incredible in that game, dude.
I think because Microsoft didn't give them enough budget, so it was a bit rough in places. I think.
Yeah,
That's what the
it
problem
was.
was.
Even I'm glad they came out with that definitive edition because that fixed everything, especially that dreadful loading time shit that I heard about.
Yeah, even on PC, it was kind of like a little bit sore on the eyes, but the actual story and the lore to it, I mean, behind Record, it was actually fun. Like I enjoyed playing the game.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential there, Carlos, for sure.
Did anybody try out Super Lucky Stars?
Yes, sir.
I
did not. Yeah.
Believe it or not, that was a game that I actually bought. I didn't get it through Game Pass. I bought it.
I actually played it. I actually liked it. So
it's a decent platformer. It's not a terrible game, but it's not an amazing game by any stretch of the means. But
it's fun.
It's a generic. Yeah, it's a generic. Yeah, it's a fun generic platformer. That's all it is.
Damn.
Even the DLC, I had fun
and
playing
generic. The proper word.
Do you know what it is? I didn't like that you can't control the camera. Like you can't rotate in that game, which is that's the only issue.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Well, because remember it was a VR game, right? So I kind of wish they would have fixed that when they got rid of.
I hate when they do that in any games though, where you cannot control the camera. That is something that they need to stop doing. Yeah. You should always be able to control the camera.
Yeah, they fixed that with Crash Bandicoot, with the redone, like the remake of Crash Bandicoot, which is crazy.
Oh, that remake was incredible, man! Crash remake, so good.
What else they do?
Good.
So that's gonna be good. I was about to ask you, Nancy, because we were on that Days Gone topic. Now I see you play World War Z.
Yes.
So you played that game mode where you're like, it was a team game where you're like killing the enemy team, but it's also zombies on the map.
Well, actually, no. What I did, you had a team. I streamed it last night for like 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing it with people online, and we had a team. We were killing zombies, trying to get from one point to the next, and then you would be like in the U.S., then you'd be like Moscow, and then you'd go to here and there and everywhere else. Yeah, you go all over the place. Somebody rescues you after you get out of that area. You get your supplies. It's just survival. And let me tell you, those zombies. The one thing I will say about the game, though, it is fun. I had some really good teammates. I mean, we got all the way through a whole lot of levels. We only got to one level, and then we all died because they were just massive. Okay, but then we did it again, and we got past that, and we went to another area. We just kept on going. Mm-hmm. I just couldn't do it anymore. I was tired after 2.5 hours. It was late.
Yeah,
it was late. I was having fun though.
The zombies wore you out, huh?
No. Wore me out. No, I was just tired, period. I had a long day yesterday. And I streamed for 2.5 hours, plus I streamed other stuff earlier.
I saw that.
So, I mean, I was just, like I said, I took some time off, from work and everything. So because I wanted to put more streams up and do other things, personal things. But one thing I will say, the game is fun, especially if you have the right teammates. The only thing is, from what I saw before I bought it, the graphics to me weren't up to par in the game as what I saw in the trailers. The graphics were different.
Visual downgrade. You gotta love that, Nancy. You gotta love that.
But the game was fun. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did have fun. It's kind of short though. I mean, besides that, I mean, there's only so many levels from what I'm seeing that.
Yeah, just like Left 4 Dead. Yeah.
So, well, the reason why I asked
as long as you're having fun with it, Nancy, that's what matters, right?
Yeah. I only had one instant though where I had an asshole when I first started the stream. I had an asshole on the stream. I had an asshole. Now he's my teammate, right? And he comes in, he puts his mic on, and I'm talking to the chat or whatever. And he said what his name was, right? And I said, "Hey, what's up?" And he said, "Fuck you, bitch."
Whoa.
What?
Yep, randoms that you play online co-op with, man. That's why I don't do that shit.
You know what? But you know what's fun? And he said, "Why don't you just shut up and mute your mic?" I said, "No. Why don't you mute me? And then you won't have to hear me. I'm talking to my stream. You shut the fuck up." I said, "You're on my team and you acting like a goddamn fool."
Dang.
Yeah,
That boy,
I told his ass off.
Nancy,
Good shit, Nancy, good shit.
that boy got relationship problems with his mother.
And I'm saying,
right, Foxy, right? Yeah.
But you know what happened? You know what happened though? After that round, we beat that round. I mean, I was in there and he went down. I said, you know what? Because he wasn't picking nobody up or doing anything. I said, you know what? Your ass is gonna have to respawn. You want to tell me to go fuck myself? Respawn, bitch, because I ain't saving your ass. He left. He left. But then everybody else I played with last night after that one particular person, we all worked as a team. Everybody was rescuing everybody. I was picking everybody up. Everybody was watching each other's back. It was fun. I actually had some good people that I didn't even know play with last night. And they were all working as a team, and we did have fun.
Okay.
Did you call him the B too?
Did you
I didn't. Somebody else did.
The reason why I brought this up, obviously it was on Days Gone. Do you think Sony missed an opportunity to probably implement something like that in the game? Do y'all think that Days Gone could use the multiplayer like that for more War Z?
Not if it's forced. Leave it how it is. I don't want nothing forced.
Yeah.
If you can't make it amazing, don't bother.
Yeah, I mean, I would, it might not be a bad idea. Maybe as an add-on later on, if you make sure it's good enough. But just leave it as it is now. I wouldn't mess with it. I mean,
I hope next gen, Nancy. I tell you why.
What's that?
I hope if you buy like digitally next gen, right? I hope they give you the option to just buy the single player. So there's two downloads. You can have the multiplayer and the single player, or you can just buy the part of the game you want to play. I hope they give us that option because I feel like I'm buying games that I'm never gonna play the multiplayer. I'm paying for something I'm never gonna use.
Okay,
so
but
nice.
All right, but the thing is, if they're going to do that, if you get both, then it's one price. But if you only get one side or other side, it's got to be a lower price. Exactly. Yeah.
That's what I'd love for them to split it up and give you the option. If you just want single player, you can have that. If you just want to buy the multiplayer and you don't want a single player, you can have that. Or you can have it all. It's up to you.
Yeah. I can also see some shady practices thrown in that way too.
Because I have got a lot of games here where the multiplayer side of it is very active, but I never go online really.
Yeah,
I can't stand playing with people. I can't stand playing with randoms. I can't stand it.
Yeah,
I like playing that H1Z1 though. We need to get together and play H1Z1, and you all can shoot all you want to, and I'm just gonna stare at that smoke. That's about all I really like to do with that.
Craig, you killed
me. You brought up a good point though, because it was that game that I still have not tried and I really want to play. It's called A Way Out. I never
yes.
I couldn't believe
I haven't had a chance to get that myself yet either.
Yeah.
You literally cannot play that on your own.
You can't, which is ridiculous. I thought you can at least play it on your own and have a friend play with you. That's what I thought what it was. But no, it's like literally a team effort from start to finish, which is crazy.
Ryan, you know what games that has been blowing my mind since I've been playing it, dude, is that fucking Dreams, dude.
Oh yeah, I heard that was good. I heard it was
that game is.
I heard it was
even though it's early access. It's incredible the shit you can do in that game, dude. Oh my god!
Is it as good as Mass Effect though?
It's fun. You can create Mass Effects in Dream.
All right, well that's fine as long as somebody create the a mass relay. I would love to see that on Dreams. That'd be cool.
It needs to be
well, it needs to be animated too. I don't want no still picture. You make that thing animated.
Oh, trust me, you give somebody that knows how to sculpt things really, really well, I guarantee you somebody would be able to make that.
Do you know what put me back into multiplayer? They should bring out games like if you're gonna do co-op, do it like this. If you're in a prison, let's say I'm trying to escape, and let's say you're one of the prison guards. Yeah, and it's a big prison with different layers, and I've got to escape. You can't see where I am. I can't see where you are, but we can do things to like get radar or things can give us away on the map. And you got to get me before I escape. I like games like that where it's like one-on-one situation. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I like a one-on-one. I don't like when there's groups because everyone does their own thing. I've never really played Call of Duty or any of those Battlefront games with a team. It's always been people that just do their own thing. Like they don't play as a team. Like they just run off and do their own thing. And like they're next to you, you're getting shots, and like they're not even watching your back. Like somebody kills them and you, and because they're shit at shooting. Like, I can't stand it.
That's why I was. That's why I was happy last night when I actually, except for that one guy who just wanted to. All he wanted to do was just do what he can do to try to get his numbers up and fuck everybody else. But everybody else all worked as a team, and that's what made me enjoy it so much. Because, and then, you know, nobody else was talking in my head, you know, when I was live streaming, they weren't talking, but I was saying, okay, guys, I found some ammo over here. I found this, and I just shoot off a couple fires. Here they come running, and they were all there getting their med kits, doing whatever. And
that's good. That's how you're supposed to play.
And I was only supposed to do it for about an hour. I wound up doing a little over 2.5 hours last night.
Wow.
Because I was having that much fun with the people I was playing with.
Was you with the same people for all that time?
No. Actually, I was with a group for a while. Then, like, one person dropped out. Somebody else came in. They were playing as a team too. Later on,
it's nice when they follow the rules with you. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes you get total pricks joining you.
Yeah.
They got a noisy background. You can hear them in the headset. Like, there's music playing loud. Someone's shouting. I can't stand it. Like, I want to have a relaxing game session. I don't want to hear your social
You know what the crazy thing was? You know, it pissed me off because like I said, I streamed it last night, but the night before I played a little bit, right? Feel for the game before I streamed it. And I was playing online. There's this guy playing, right? And you could hear it was a child in the background, a very young child. He telling this kid to shut the fuck up. That's your baby. You're telling your child to shut up?
What about the baby mama? Where's the baby mama at?
Nah, there was something crazy about that on Twitch where dude beat his girlfriend on.
Yeah, I heard that. I was in a stream once. I was in a stream once where a guy beat up his girl.
Yeah, he beat up his girlfriend on Twitch.
Seriously.
She kept interrupting him.
No, I was in a stream. I was just about to say that. I could hear furniture moving. I could hear things getting smashed. I heard her screaming. I hear like FUD. I thought, you know what? I gotta go.
Oh man! Well, look, if she made,
it was America. It was America, right? It was America, like.
Wait a minute, Foxy.
What am I supposed to do?
If she made chicken parmesan and she used ragu, yeah, you may hear some furniture moving in my house at that point. You ain't bringing no ragu to my table. You know?
No, this is over.
Why are you gonna be putting fucking spaghetti sauce?
Damn, y'all boys, y'all get so.
This is crazy. This is over. Some girl walking in front of the TV or something, and he's flipped.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
While he's playing Call of Duty, like he's flipped.
Oh, all right. Well, I thought it was over.
And he's blaming her.
You got to realize that there's also somebody who now why if it's a child that's that little, like 2-3 years old, why you wouldn't have a cup that's spill proof? I don't know, and why you would have your shit erected. He killed his friend's child over a fucking Xbox.
Listen, if you got your kids there, right? If your kid's that young and needs attention, you shouldn't be playing games. You should be playing with the kids.
I agree.
When I'm with my daughter, right? My daughter's 5. I never play games on video games when I'm with her. We're doing stuff outside and having fun.
Yeah, facts.
The problem with a lot of parents these days, they let these kids play Call of Duty and whatnot, and they just look at Call of Duty as like their daycare center, so they go about it. And that's what they do.
Nah, you can't do that, man. You can't ignore a child that needs attention.
They do that
constantly while you play video games. That's just selfish. You know, in fact, you're not responsible to be a parent. You shouldn't be a parent yet if that's how you are, because you sound selfish to me.
It's gotten worse.
Selfish.
It's gotten worse though. There's one guy who's basically making his YouTube channel based off of him destroying his son's electronics. That's all he does, destroys electronics.
I know what channel you're talking about. I know what channel you're talking about.
I know how these kids are.
I've seen a couple of those videos.
That shit is corny. That shit is
corny.
Yeah, but they get so much money from Patreon. They get so much money from Patreon. They just buy the kid back.
No, this guy doesn't have a Patreon. He literally, like, he's abusing his son by destroying his stuff. Like, he's like being ignorant towards his son. He's putting them on the internet to humiliate him. You know what? I fear for that child. If that's real, that person's got mental health problems, and that child is one step away from great harm. Because if you can do that, publicly humiliate your own child for YouTube entertainment, what won't you do when the camera's off? Exactly. Let me get to these and let's get to this last topic, man. We get into the end.
Yeah, I have to get out of here.
Well, you got some super chats here.
Yeah, no, I got them.
Okay.
Shout out to Stephen D. King for the super chats. His first comment he made was just visited the UK for training. Fish is on point. So I guess he's going to say what's up to you, Fox.
So he had fish and chips.
Yeah, and his other comment that he made was, "I love me some Titanfall."
Say that again. Fish and chips. You think that's my? You think that's my? Think that's my national dish?
Nah, I think it's more than that.
I'm born here. I'm not English.
No, he said he's point.
I'm British. I'm not English. They'll never accept me as English. I'm half Jamaican. I'm half Irish.
There you go.
I'm just born in England, but I'm not English. To be English, you got to prove your heritage 200 years, which means you got to be white.
Hey, don't worry, Foxy, man. I'm part French too as well, and I hate it.
No, I don't hate it. No, I don't hate it. I love the country I live in. But I love the country I live in. But when you say fish and chips and cup of tea, that doesn't reflect me. I'm a West Indian.
Okay, I see what you mean.
I'm Irish. Like I'm about Irish mush. I'm about curry mutton, but I don't eat meat no more. But I'm about steamed fish and bami. You know what I'm saying? I'm about festival.
Steamed fish is good, man.
I'm about callaloo. I'm about bun and cheese. You know what I'm saying? I'm about red snapper. Them thing there. That's what I'm about. I'm not about fish and chips. Fish and chips. I can't tell you the last time I had takeaway.
Damn, Foxy.
I had takeaway today.
Make me feel
I don't eat takeaway. I don't eat takeaway. I cook everything.
Right.
Everything that goes into my belly come from my hands. I don't trust nobody to feed me.
Good point.
You can't know.
Spoken like a true man, damn it.
First of all, you can't nowadays.
You know
I've watched
those French fries. Why you fronting? Stop.
Yo, my man, you better not try to bring that up as a talking point here. Cause
I'm a chef. I made me some French fries. His wife come out of left field. I made those French fries.
Man, you give me fucking French fries, cheese curds, and poutine. I'm good, man.
Hey,
I'll say right here, right now. My wife didn't cook shit. I was the one that made them French fries. And she know that shit. So she better
watch this. You hope she don't watch this. All I got.
Of course you're gonna be watching. I don't care. I made my fries, bro, and them fries was tasting so good too.
I got a question, Carlos. Did you make them with regular fries or yuca potatoes? Yuca fries.
No, I peel the potatoes.
Oh, so you use regular potatoes. All right.
Yeah, I cut them.
I wasn't sure if you used.
That's the best way to go, bro. That's the best way.
Idaho potatoes. You don't use.
Okay.
Okay. Some people here don't want to believe.
You know what's weird though? Do you know what's weird though? I notice it among Americans. It's quite funny. It doesn't annoy me, but I find it funny. Americans always think like tea and like fish and chips, like everyone eats it. You know, there are people in this country that don't even speak English.
Yeah, I know that. I know there's a lot of foreigners in London.
There's a load of people here that don't eat that stuff.
It's a stereotype.
They don't even leave their own community. They can't even speak English, let alone buy fish and chips.
But see, they do that everywhere. There's a stereotype for people all over.
But imagine
the world.
imagine the Brits said all Americans love mayonnaise. Like that would be a lie, isn't it?
No, I like Miracle
Whip. Mayonnaise
is awesome, man.
Or hot dogs.
I love mayonnaise, but not like that, man. Mayonnaise
or hot dogs or hamburgers.
There's
got to be vegans in your country. There's got to be vegans in your country, and it's got to be people that don't eat that stuff.
Yeah, there is.
Well, see, because Foxy, like a lot of fast food restaurants now are actually starting to come out with like these fucking meatless burgers now that are like all like plant-based shit now.
Yeah,
do they taste like meat?
McDonald's. Yeah, it tastes just like me. I had a sub there from Mr. Sub that was like it was all plant-based meatballs. It was actually pretty good, but it gave me the fucking. Never mind, I'm gonna finish that sentence, but you get the idea.
Yo, y'all want to talk about that, right?
Too many veggies.
Yeah, exactly.
Open up your stomach.
Yesterday I had Indian. I had chicken tikka masala.
Indian food is fucking amazing.
I had cauliflower. I had lentils and basmati rice, and that shit was just on point. Like,
but you know what you do? You buy the spices and you make it yourself. You just look up a recipe from an actual person, because that's what I've been doing. You know, when I want to make something, because I've got, you name the spice, it's in my house. I ain't got no more room for spices because I look up recipes actually made by that particular person. Huh?
I thought it took you a week to make spaghetti sauce.
Oh, damn.
Fuck you. I've been making
Yo, Ryan, since you talking all this,
what does he cook?
mumbo jumbo, what you know how to cook, Ryan?
Actually, Beavis, that is true. You can get snowballs filled with maple syrup, and they're fucking delicious.
Oh yeah. what can you do, Ryan? Since you talking all high and mighty behind
Ryan, aka Big Cloud, is a man of many talents. So I can cook many foods.
Can you make a McRib?
Is PC Gaming one of those?
You notice he's ducking. You notice he's ducking the question. First of all, he's ducking the question, and don't make me tell people what your real talents are. Right?
Let's keep this, Ryan. Since we on, talking about foods, what's your specialty dish?
The best dish that you got for the day here.
Carlos, he ain't gonna answer. He ain't gonna answer because he don't have a dish. He don't have a dish.
I'm waiting for that answer, my brother. You can't evade this one today.
Oh, I just did. Thank you very much.
No, you didn't.
What's the last topic there,
Ryan? Putting food in the microwave doesn't count, you know.
Exactly.
You gotta take out the pot skins, put some oil on that bitch. And it gets to sizzling, baby.
Oven food doesn't count.
Ryan knows how to cook, and I will never pull a Broken Games HD. Shout out to Weapon Wolf Podcast, but I will never buy a box of Hamburger Helper and think that the meat's in the box and then cook it.
Wait. You know what? I don't even want to know. I don't want to know.
So he knows about Hamburger Helper.
Let's move on, man.
That's a specialty, Hamburger Helper. That's a specialty, Hamburger Helper, out of a box. He just bought a little ground beef.
Thought the meat was in the box.
Man, I'm hearing about all this meat. Hey. I haven't eaten meat in 18 months.
Congrats there, Foxy. Congrats.
No, I quit eating meat, man, because I noticed I started getting a hardened stomach. It's not fat. It's just when you get a lot of air in your stomach and it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
I would know that all too well, buddy.
It's like it's not digesting. So I said, "What's wrong with me?" So I went to the doctors, and he took blood tests and that. He said, "Oh, you're eating too much red meat. Like
you can't eat too much beef, bro."
Because I'm a man. I love steak. I used to love like mutton, rice and peas and curry chops. I love red meat. I like red meat, man. Not now, obviously, but I used to love red meat, yeah. But I looked into it and I realized, especially in the Caribbean, like West Indian families, a lot of us die of food, diet-related diseases like high cholesterol, and a lot of strokes because we eat a lot of fatty foods, like high fatty concentrate foods.
In actuality,
you know that dumpling like blocks your arteries, and like if you eat too much cheese, all that stuff, it's like goo in your arteries and it's blocking the blood supply. That's why you get stroke and all that stuff.
But see, that's why you do it. If you're going to do it, you do it in moderation, and you got to watch how you eat it and how you cook it. That's the other thing. I was gonna say I stopped eating it. I stopped eating it for a little while on my doctor's advice, and I felt so good after 1 week. I never looked back. It's because red meat you can't digest like a vegetable will go right through you. I mean, and certain grains.
It's like my body's regular now. My body feels regular now. I'm not gonna go into detail, but my body's regular, like clockwork. Like I can time every day what I know what my body's gonna need to do every day. Yeah. Before that, it was just random. Some days I wouldn't even be able to dispose of my waste for days when I was eating lots of meat. Like it was staying in me for too long.
Nah, because you're supposed to only eat
Hey, Ryan, get out of here, buddy.
All right. Have a good one.
Take care, Fatal.
Take care.
You guys have a good one, man. Thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it, man.
Go ahead and shout yourself out, bro.
Fatal Mephisto here. I'm out. I'm gonna go watch my Leafs game. It's the playoffs, so I want to thank everybody and thank you for having me on. I appreciate it, man.
Anytime,
bro. Nice Pikmin logo, man. I like the Pikmin logo.
It's not Pikmin. It's the imp from my dreams. It's my imp from dreams.
For real? Wow.
Yeah.
That looks nice, bro.
That's cool.
Excellent. All right. You guys have a good one, man. You too, Titan. Later, Foxy. Peace out, guys.
Later, bro.
I just feel so healthy now. I'm not eating meat. Like I feel lighter. But you know what? I feel more spring in my step. I feel lighter on my feet. I feel more active. Like when I eat now, I don't feel like I need to rest like I used to. I used to eat like a full plate of food, like chicken, rice, and peas, and vegetable, and salad, and coleslaw. And then I'd have to go lie down for half an hour and sweat it off. But now I'm active. As soon as I've eaten, I'm ready to go.
But the thing is also like I said, you have to eat meats in moderation, and it also depends on how you cook it. It really does. And don't use a lot of salt. You could because that's the other problem. People use too much salt, and other people don't realize when it comes to health issues, and it comes to even but you know what? People also don't realize that sugar you buy at the store ain't very good for you too.
I buy brown sugar. Dark brown sugar I buy. Dark brown sugar.
Sugars can actually give you heart problems and shit like that. People
sugar.
don't realize that. Yeah,
but you know, cane sugar is the best sugar you can buy in a packet.
I actually have some, and I have brown sugar, but
you use less of it. You don't have to use a lot of it because they're bigger grains.
We should.
But people think salt is the main issue when it comes to high blood pressure and heart attacks. Believe it or not, it also has to do with it has to do a lot with the sugar you eat.
Mm-hmm. I only eat fish now.
People don't know that. People don't know that.
Eat now. Fish, salad, vegetables, rice. That's all I eat. Fish, salad, vegetables, rice. I eat a lot of kale. Like I steam it. Like I don't cook my vegetables down anymore. I only steam them now because you're killing all of the good stuff inside them. True. A lot of people don't realize a lot of the vegetables they're eating is overcooked and dead. It might as well be a dead corpse. You're getting nothing out of it.
You got to cook it right. And if you're going to put vegetables in something and make a broth out of it, you got to drink that goddamn broth because that's where all the nutrients is. You got to take that broth in. People don't realize that.
And another thing that people don't realize too, Time Paul, that the consumption of red meat should only be done twice a month, not every single day.
I don't know how people. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know how when you're a kid, you go through whatever. But when I realized about shit and certain things Foxy was saying, not being regular and that type of thing. But it's not that. After a while, I grew out of red meat. I mean, I may make something once in a while, but I grew out of it. I mean, I don't eat a lot of red meat at all. I don't.
Yeah.
The only thing I miss is roast beef. To be honest, I really miss roast beef, but that's about it.
Okay. Man, this podcast went all over the place.
All right, Ryan, before you go on to your last topic, we got cut off. You were reading super chats. If there's any left, I don't know if there's any left.
No, there's none.
Okay.
There's none. Last topic, I was going to end this on a fun, cool note. Neil Druckmann was actually shedding a tear on Twitter. That was for the mocap for The Last of Us. Apparently, it's officially done with a few extra scenes he did. So,
man,
interesting to see. Obviously, a lot of love is going into this game. A lot of people are excited still.
Who thinks that's a 2019 game?
It's 2020, bro. I think that's going to be a cross.
Well, if it's wrapped up now, why wait till 2020 if it's finished? They've done all the mocap.
I don't know.
Well, maybe
PS5.
But not only that, maybe since he shed a tear, it's going to be the last one. Maybe they're trying to make it the most epic game ever to go out in style.
I'll take almost epic, and I'll take almost epic and have it in November.
Okay.
Anybody's thoughts on that? Y'all want to add anything to it?
I saw
don't want it next year, man. Next year you're gonna get Ghost of Tsushima. You're gonna have to. Next year's about PS5, to be honest.
A lot of games to pick.
Yeah. I saw it. I'm just. I'm glad he's. If he's happy, I hope it comes out and it lives up to some people's expectations. But I'm looking forward to it. And it's just one more reason why to keep hanging on the PlayStation. But I'm looking, it's cool to see that picture they had of everybody with all the dots on their face, the mapping dots. That's pretty cool to actually see that. And it's
more dot, like there was more like dot stuff like that on the faces for the games. What's that game called? LA Noire. You remember LA Noire?
Yeah. That was a good game. That was a good game.
Talking about the facial motion capture technology. The balls, their balls, they stick on their face.
Yeah.
That
LA Noire, and
that game was good as hell.
They use that in Uncharted 4 as well.
Yeah, Uncharted 4 had more, and plus there was one more game that had more. It was Detroit. I think had more for the.
No, but the thing with LA Noire is they only done the head. But with Sony, they do the whole body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you notice, if you play LA Noire, the head is doing all the body's something else.
Yeah, the gesturing.
You know what I'm saying? It's not all in one. It's not all one, like, take. Like when they do you in a full suit, like it's just they get a full wireframe of you and they can build the polygons around that.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed though with the remastered version of that game, LA Noire. It didn't look that great, and it wasn't that great.
You can't say nothing bad to me about LA Noire. I love that game.
I love the game, but I'm talking about the PS4 version from the PS3 and 360.
Even the rusty one on Switch. Yeah, I tell you why. I'm a big fan of the 1940s and 50s black and white gangster movies. James Cagney, George Raft, Edward G. Robinson, all of them. I love those gangster movies.
I'm gangster.
All of them, man. I like the black and white ones. What do you hear? What do you say? I love it, man.
Yeah, hopefully they make a sequel though.
That was when Irish used to run America before the Italians took over. The Irish used to run America. Remember that?
Yeah.
Get down on your knees and say you love me, baby.
Well, that's what I tell everybody to do because I'm the Irish Titanfall princess.
All the Italian immigrants came over. All the Irish were the gangsters in America.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that was well, I mean, you could go back as far as what, the 1800s?
That's why you had police. They had so many Irish police in America to deal with the Irish gangster problem. They were hiring Irish people because they understood their culture.
Yeah.
That's good.
He said, when does Days Gone come out? It comes out this month on
April 26th.
Yeah,
I'm a day one recipient. I'll also be picking up Dragon's Dogma on the Switch.
And I'm watching the Avengers, and I'll pick mine up Sunday.
I want 2 games for me in April.
You doing a spoiler stream for that?
I want Dragon's Dogma.
Or
and I want
movie, I mean, maybe.
Days Gone.
A review?
Ryan, that was rude. That was rude.
Oh, no, I was talking to everybody. Just kind of
no. Foxy was saying what he wanted, and you cut him off. He was saying one of 2 games while you cut him. That was rude.
People always say I cut people off.
Well, sometimes you do. Sometimes you do, Foxy, but that time he was rude because he wouldn't let you talk. He said it twice. Yeah.
Why you gotta be so rude?
Psycho.
He used to be a go-go gamer.
Go.
This YouTube world. That's all I gotta say. It's a vicious.
Yeah, the YouTube streets. But actually, I do got to jump off here. My wings are done in the oven, so
I'm gonna play me some.
Let's go ahead and
Nintendo Switch.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the RGT episode 57. I want to say thank you to everybody who joined us. You guys were great. It was a great time, great discussion, a lot of great topics. I want to say thank you to everybody here on the panel for coming through. Fatal Mephisto, thank you so much. And everybody else here for your time. You guys will make this podcast pop. You make this work. And everybody here, thank you guys so much for joining us. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed. And we will see you guys next week. I'm going to let everybody hit their outros, and we're going to shut it down. Ladies first. Go ahead, Nancy.
No, let Craig go first. He's got his wings in the oven. You got to get him out.
Okay.
Well, no, Princess, go ahead. No, go ahead. It's good. All
right. Well, you know who this is. This is TTFP. You know what I'm saying? You know where to find me. Playing my games on PlayStation. Okay. Streaming. I'm doing some Twitch streams now as well. Getting that back up. And some YouTube streams. Come and check me out. Hit that like button on the way out. Because if you don't, you're going to get a side whooping. You're going to do it anyway. Because you know you all love me. I'm out of here. Later.
Go ahead, Craig. Go get your wings, brother. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for having me, Ryan. Great podcast, great topics. Sorry I was a little bit late there. But, yeah, just follow me on the Twitter, at Craig Harris. I forgot the number. But it's like 8K Craig or something like that now. And then, follow me on the YouTube page, too. And if you like what you're hearing, go ahead and donate to the Messiah's Church. It's Good Friday. And I am trying to get the Ryzen 2600. I'm a little bit away. So help a brother out, donate to the church, and I can, my computer will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
All right. Go ahead, Carl.
Oh my God. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. I know I was late to the party, but as always, Gamer by choice, not by trend. Episode what? 50 what?
57.
What was it? 57. It's in the books. Now, let's go and enjoy all these games. I can't wait till Days Gone, and that's all I have to say. Deuces.
And Foxy.
Peace and love, yo. Peace and love. Play games, not corporations. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, brother. Hallelujah, sister.
Can you feel me, brother? Can you feel me?
Foxy,
Let me
you too
give a
much.
shout out to my brother Jack Knife. Hope you feel better. I know you suffer from kidney stones, so get well, my brother. And shout out to
Speedy recovery, bro.
Yeah, and definitely shout out to Meds. He tried to make it, but he couldn't make it. So hopefully he'll be with us next week. But that was 57 in the books. We're gonna shut it down. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be easy. We'll see you guys next week. Later.